How many times have you heard your child say, I don't know, and stop? For many parents in Singapore, the moment feel worrying, sometimes frustrating. But maybe I don't know isn't the problem. Maybe it's just thinking stops. Today we'll talk about how children learn to think and how asking better questions change learning feels. Welcome to today's podcast. This is a calm space to talk and learn and grow. I'm Eric. If you have a child between 4 to 12 years old, this conversation is for you. This isn't about pushing your kids harder. It is about understanding how they think and support them better. With me today is Kevin from Brain Expansions. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you, Eric. Glad to be here.
Kevin, for parents first time hearing about brain expansion, what will you tell them?
So for those who are hearing about brain expansion for the first time, we are effectively a company that created the program called Brain Mastery.
Brain Mastery.
Which is a holistic brain development program. Now, what does that mean? It means that we do left brain training, which is more on the logical, analytical side, and the right brain training, which is the creative and innovative side. And then we put them together in a holistic way so that the children are able to learn how to harness the full power of their brain. So that's the program.
So in Singapore, a lot of parents send their children to tuition. So how is brain mastery different from tuition?
Okay. So there's always this debate, right?
Right.
Tuition and enrichment programs in general. First, I must say tuition definitely has its part to play in terms of helping the children get deeper into the subject matter. However, when we talk about programs like brain mastery, we are no longer talking about very specific skills, academic skills. We are more referring to the abilities, the inherent abilities that need to be developed and grown. Okay,
Right.
So for example, you come for brain mastery, we do not teach you 1 + 1 = 2 or multiplication table for maths. We also do not teach you the scientific principle about weight and liquids, etc. We don't do that. However, what we do is we create an environment where your brain is challenged in the logical way, and where your brain is also challenged to think in creative and different ways. So that perspective helps you when you come and encounter a new mathematics problem, or when you are learning a new scientific fact. All these abilities that you have picked up in your brain development journey, okay, will help you to be able to learn these things easier, faster. Okay, and in that sense, think of it like jogging. It doesn't teach you how to play your tennis better or how to swim better, etc. Right?
Right.
But it builds up your stamina. Okay, and by building up the stamina, when you go for your actual training and learn the actual skills, you will be fit enough not to get exhausted after a very short time. So that means you will be able to perform better, perform longer, okay, and your learning quality will be much more enhanced.
So in this brain mastery, it's not about teaching all the science, all the mathematics fundamental, but it is more on training the brain.
That's correct.
Right.
Yes.
So how when children come to your class, how they actually learn in the class?
Yes. So there's a lot of concern that when you are training the brain, that it creates a lot of stress for the children, right?
Right.
But what happens when they actually come for the class is it's a very friendly, open environment, right? The children are made to understand that they are there not to learn, and they get it right and score 100 marks. No, they are there to exercise the brain. So to give you one very simple example, okay,
Right.
Our class rule number 1 is every answer is a good answer.
Oh.
Why do we want to do that? We want the children to feel safe, right? That they will not be reprimanded if they give a wrong answer or if it's a silly answer, If they want to play around and give funny answers. We are okay, right? But we will teach them and train them to say that, look, your thinking process need to make sense. Therefore, it is a good answer.
Right.
Because every time you get it wrong, it is an opportunity to learn. It is an opportunity to take the next step, to be able to go towards the right answer.
Right.
So therefore, it's not every answer is the right answer. Every answer is a good answer because it gives you the chance to go towards the right answer.
So it's like investigating to become better.
Yeah, so it's like taking steps, right? You don't reach your destination by just taking one step. Okay, so some take more steps, some take less steps, but the reality is that journey towards discovering the answer, right? So it's more a process of discovery,
Process of
learning, right? And getting into the habit of doing that. Rather than to say, either I know or I don't know, right? So you get into the habit of moving towards the correct answer.
Yeah, that's why now a lot of times the kids just say, I don't know, because it seems like a habitual answer. Right.
Yes, so that actually stems from a very, how would you say? I would say that is from a more a dependency type of mentality. Okay, because when you say I don't know,
Right.
what are you expecting? Right? You are expecting that somebody will give you the answer so
Right.
that you know, right? So that somebody could be your teacher, could be your parents, could be even your friends, right? But what habit did that build? It builds what I would say a lazy mind.
Right.
Yeah, where you are too lazy to think. You give me a question, I don't know.
That's
So
it.
I don't know, right? And then you end it there.
A lot of time the conversation just stopped there, right?
Yes. Or it moves on to the next topic, right?
Right.
Because you don't know, there's nothing to talk about.
I think that's where I think our parents will be really interested to see how we can actually move our kids from I don't know to something that they can continue to explore and give us a better answer when we ask a question, right? So maybe Kevin, can you help us with some questions how we will actually teach the children to think better? Maybe you can give us an example and we can have the parents have some fun learning about how you actually conduct classes for the children.
Okay, so it's not about the questions. I think the first thing parents and even adults need to understand is about the mindset. Okay, so let's say you are a parent and there's a child and you ask a question and the child gives you, I don't know. Then what is your mindset, right? Is your mindset that, you don't know, so I better tell you so that you will know, right? That's the logical one.
Right.
Or even adults, you are the boss and you ask your staff, hey, a question, and they say, I don't know. Then what's your thinking? They don't know. So let me tell you. But I think the correct mindset will be, okay, you don't know. I want to help you to get better.
Right.
Giving you the answer only gives you that moment of enlightenment. But it does not teach you. It's like I give you a fish versus teaching you how to fish. Right? Okay. So you can try by asking a question. If you say, hey, how about this? And you say, I don't know. So the next question you can ask, there are different tracks you can try. First, you can say, fair enough. Can you tell me what do you know so far? Right? If it's a very complex question, you can say, what do you know? Okay. The other way that you can ask a question is to push the person to look at things from a different angle. You say, okay, I realize that you don't know. Okay, now, how do you think you can find out? Right? So that causes them to think.
Continue to think.
To continue the process, right, of learning and discovery. So it is also to help them to discover how they can get over the obstacle of I don't know, I need you to tell me. Now is I don't know, how do I find out? How do I make it such that I know? right? So that in itself is already a learning process,
Right.
even if you never got the answer. So in our brain mastery classes, we very rarely give answers. We always ask questions.
Oh, so the one that will be answering the questions are the kids.
Yes,
And you'll be like one question followed by another question.
yes. And there will be a lot of I don't know, right? So we will continue to ask questions from a different perspective. We will continue to ask questions to help them to probe deeper into the problem, right? So for example, you say, hey, how many monkeys are there?
Right.
The instinctive response from the children, many or a few, right?
Right.
Because the brain is inherently lazy. So you always take the shortest and easiest route,
Right.
many. So the trainer will usually push them and say, very good. How many? Then they will count, right? They say, oh, 5 or 6 or whatever they counted.
Right.
Then you ask the children, okay, is there anything else? So there's always a question following up from the question to push them further, you know? Because although you can say 5 monkeys, some are standing up, some are in the tree, some are sitting down. So can you be more specific? Right, so you can go one step further, right? Oh, there are 5 monkeys, 2 are in the trees, 3 are on the ground, you know, that kind of stuff. So you can actually become more specific. And that's where we want to train them a journey from I don't know to being able to dig deep into the question. So they reach a point where not only I know, but I know more.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, perhaps we can show our parents some example.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I have one. It's quite interesting because this is a how you say, this is a very simple image.
Right.
All right.
Maybe let me be the students.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can see, but it's actually a picture of 3 nice houses. Okay, so the question is like this.
Right.
Looking at these 3 houses, you are lost in the forest, okay, or lost in the woods, and you are cold, you are hungry, right? And then
Okay.
suddenly you saw this salvation, 3 houses, right? So there's house A, house B, and house C.
Right.
Okay, looking at the 3 houses, which house would you choose to go and knock on the door?
This is an interesting question. So the question says, what's your choice and why? You're lost in the wood, cold and hungry. You found 3 houses. Which one should you enter and why? So I see that the first house is a wooden house with chimney. It's snowing, and nobody is inside. The second house B, there seems like maybe I'll take a closer look. There's someone in the house, right? But it is more worn down house. There's no chimney. Okay. Then the last one is a brick house. And seems like there's food inside. And there is chimney. So seems like cool. Looking at the house C seems like the best house to go in because it is like very grand. Yeah.
Very grand.
What's the right answer?
Okay, so if you look at the 3 houses,
Right.
you will automatically gravitate towards the one that looks the most attractive
Correct.
to you, right?
Yeah, that's the C, right?
Yeah, that's the C because it has decorations and all that, right? So we can show the screen and everyone can see this. But house B very obviously is not one that you would go to because
Right.
it's run down. There's no chimney, so it doesn't look warm.
Right.
Doesn't look like it's something. It looks scary, you know. So it's between A and C.
Yep.
So why did you choose C?
I think it looks more well built, more strong, and there's still food inside. And looks like a warm house and a better house to stay in.
Okay. So you notice that house A also has food inside,
Yes.
and it also has a chimney with smoke coming out, so it should be warm, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you didn't choose it because it's not decorated?
Yes, it look like there's a better options for me to choose.
There's a better option. Okay. So in our brain mastery program, we always ask the students to look deeper
Look deeper. Okay.
in more detail.
Right.
So if you look at house C, besides the glittering, nice decoration and food, and the nice looking house, is there anything else you can see that you have not mentioned?
Looks like C there is slightly different. Okay. Seems like there is some footprints towards the house.
What kind of footprints?
Right. I can't really tell what footprint this. Let me zoom in. It seems like a paw.
Oh, paw prints, not footprints. Okay.
So could it be human? No, you don't. Not human will be on shoes, right? So this might be bears.
Possible, right? Some kind of wild animal since you are in a forest area, right?
Right.
Okay. So therefore, now with this additional information, there is a risk factor in C.
Correct.
Does that same risk factor appear in A?
No, actually A shows no footsteps. So it seems like a safer option.
Safer option, right?
Right.
So that's why in our program, it's not just about getting the answers, or not just about getting the right answers,
Right.
but it is about the process of thinking through how do you arrive at the answer, and how can you have the confidence that it is the best answer. Of course, in real life, if you went to see, nothing might happen. You
Right.
don't know. Right? But there is this element of something. So in a purely logical decision making, why take the risk if you have another risk-free option that has the same thing: warmth, food, shelter?
Right.
Then no dangerous animal potentially. Right? So is that the better answer?
Yes.
Okay? So theoretically, yes. In real life, of course, it won't be so clear-cut. But
Right.
you can see the example of how we train our students to really look at each individual detail so that they can then come to a better conclusion
Better conclusion.
and have a clarity of why they came to that conclusion. Right?
Yes. So that means in the whole brain mastery, it's not about doing maths paper or doing science paper, understanding the theory behind. It's more of looking at pictures and investigate about details. Is that correct?
Correct. So it's investigating the details, but in that process of looking at the details, sometimes we get sucked in so deep into the details, we forget the big picture. So in this case, you also need to have the big picture.
Right.
Yeah. Therefore, we train our students to see deeper, yes, but also to think wider. It means go beyond what is obvious, look at what are the less obvious things, and even look to see if there are anything hidden. Like sometimes, right, even if you look at contracts,
Right.
that could happen. So this is just one example. Okay, I have another example for you. I ask you a question.
Okay.
There are 6 men.
Six
Six,
men.
They are digging 6 holes.
6 holes.
6 holes, So 6 men dig 6 holes. It took them 6 hours to dig 6 holes.
6 men, 6 holes, take 6
6 hours,
Okay.
Okay. So how long does it take one man, to dig half a hole?
Half an hour?
Half an hour
Yeah.
to
Because
dig half a hole?
6 men, 6 hole
Uh,
in 6 hours.
uh-huh.
Okay, 6 men,
Yeah.
6 hole in 6
6
hours.
hours. Ah. Mm.
So each man actually takes 6 hours to dig 1 hole. Is that correct?
1 man, 6 men, take 6 hours to dig 6 hole lah.
Right.
Okay, Then 1 man take how long to dig 1 hole?
Oh,
Then 1 man take how long to dig half a hole?
so 1 hole will be 6 hours. Correct.
Uh-huh.
Then half a hole will be 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So mathematically correct.
Oh,
So logically, maybe Eric, you can let me know what is called half a hole.
There's no such thing as half a hole, is it?
Well, you either have a hole or you don't have a hole, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what is a half hole?
Because the hole either deep or shallow. So
Yeah,
there's no
either
half a
big
hole.
or small, right?
Right.
So it's a hole lah. But what is half a hole?
Oh,
Okay.
I think we have always used mathematics to answer questions. So that is where we train the children to think differently or actually go deeper about what is the question about.
Yes.
Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So the natural instinct for a lot of people is to gravitate towards the familiar.
Right.
Right. So like back to the original question we were talking about, how many monkeys? What do you see? You say monkeys. How many? Yeah, a lot. Right. You don't think that actually you want me to count.
Right.
Right. Because people have a tendency to gloss over details.
Right.
In life, usually that's not too bad. But there will be situations where missing the details could create a problem. Right? So, for example, half a hole lah. So you estimate it takes 1 man 3 hours to dig half a hole lah. So
Right.
okay lah, no problem lah. Can already. But then you go there and say like, so should I dig or should I not dig? Because when he start digging, there's a hole already.
Right.
So
Got it. So this is how brain mastery helps children to develop the thinking process and observe from even small details to wide details.
yes, correct.
Right.
The obvious and the less obvious things are. So let's take another example of how we train them to look at details.
Right.
So look at this potted plant in front of you.
This potted plant. Okay.
Okay. So can you tell me what you see?
I think I see something like fern and then a pot, and it is a fake plant. Yep. I think that's what I can tell about this pot.
Okay, very good. So usually when we ask our students, what do you see for a simple image like this, they will tell you they see a plant, they see the pot, then they'll tell you maybe the plant is real or not. In a photo, of course, you can't really tell if it's real or not, but because you're holding it, you know there's no soil.
Right.
You know, right? Okay, but there's a lot more you can talk about this thing that you hold in your hand.
Right. So do you mean like the pot is golden color?
Yes.
The plant is green color?
Yeah, green in color, yes. Because I asked you, what do you see, right?
Right. What else do I see?
Yeah, what else do you see?
Okay, now I see a label at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. And there's no soil, I think.
You think, Okay. I asked you what you see, not what you think,
Okay. I see that there's no soil.
Oh, you see there's no soil. Okay.
Right. Okay. And the pot has a slit here.
Okay, there's a seam on the pot. Okay.
It is a round pot.
It's a round pot. Okay, very good.
It is made of metal.
It's made of metal.
Oh, seems like I can start to list out a lot of things.
Yes.
This is like how tall? Maybe 10 cm tall pot.
Okay. So you got more and more
Maybe
things,
with
right?
Yep. Maybe the width Do I explain the width too?
Yeah, why not? If you
Oh.
have, yeah,
Like 8 centimeter wide.
very precise. Okay.
Okay. Also, this is how you get the kids to.
Yes, we'll ask questions. So I ask you, do you think you have said everything you can about this sport?
Probably not because
Probably not. No, your confidence. Have you said everything already?
I would say that I should have already like pick up at least 75%.
75%. Okay. So for the children, they will tell you, oh, got plant, got pot. Finish already. What else you want to say? They say, oh, what else can you tell me? So it's, oh, the thing golden color, right? Yeah, then green color. So got gold color, got green color. So then colors, right?
Right.
So is there anything else? And you talk about the height, this, okay. So there's something else you didn't mention about the plant that is very obvious.
Very obvious.
Yes.
What did I miss?
What did you miss? First of all, can you see that the plant is very long? And what's along the length of the plant?
It's like leaf.
Leaves.
Right.
Many leaves.
Many.
There's so many leaves, but you didn't mention any leaf that you saw.
Right.
Did you see the leaf?
Yes, actually.
Yes. But you didn't mention it.
Right.
So, so is the leaf very obvious?
It is. Maybe too obvious.
Too obvious, right?
Right.
So that's the challenge for us. We tend to jump to conclusions, right? So things that are too obvious, we have a tendency to ignore. Because you think that, I know Rema, you know Rema, we all know Rema. Why do we need to say it?
Right.
Right? But in communication, sometimes it is this kind of very obvious things that you leave out which create problems,
Oh, that makes sense.
right?
All right. Very good. So for those parents on the screen, have you tried the exercise? Do you think that you have missed out a lot of details? And will our kids do the same? Let us move on. So what do parents see the change in their kids after sending them to Brain Mastery?
So we have had a lot of positive feedback. So parents have told us that before they came for Brain Mastery,
Right.
when the kids go home, they ask them, what do you do in school? They get like, same thing, my friends steal my pencil, we eat porridge,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So the parents are like, yeah, so still don't really know what you do in school. So now, when they come for Brain Mastery, and we train them with what do you see, right?
Right.
And to say the details, etc. So now, when the parents ask them, what do you do in school? They are now better able to articulate.
All right.
Okay. In fact, I met one parent as I was leaving the class. I said, so how is he doing now? He said, oh, much better. I said, much better in what sense? He said, oh, last time we asked him what he do in school, he everything also don't know. Now he can tell us, wow, this teacher do what what they do in Chinese class. So I said, okay, that's very good. Say yes. After the Brain Mastery training, he was able to articulate that. We think that because these things all seem unrelated.
Right.
But it is that training to get into the habit of picking up details, to get into the habit of thinking things through. Okay?
Alright.
Because we teach in our class what we call a 5-step thinking process. Okay? So the first step, of course, see with your eyes. So children will see with your eyes. Second step, think with your brain. The third step then is to say what you see and think. Then the fourth step, to share how you feel. And then the fifth one is, what are the things that you would like to do after seeing this image? So what we're trying to do here is to provide a very simple structure for the children. A simple, you can call it a communication structure. Okay? First, you see so that you clarify the facts. Then you think it through, organize your thoughts before you say. So children have a tendency to say first before they think, right? When they show you something, okay, tell me what you see. Oh yeah, I see a plant. And then, no more, right? So they are stuck because they haven't thought it through. So we want to slow them down, especially for kids, so that they have the chance to think and they have a chance to communicate clearly.
Good. So how does that how does the children feels when they attend brain mastery?
Okay, so for some of the kids when they come, they feel very challenged because they are used to having answers, right? So we have feedback from parents that the kids go back and tell the parents, "Oh, very difficult, or everything I don't know,
Right.
So we tell the parents that, well, it takes them a few lessons, a few sessions to get used to the methodologies and also to train their brain, okay, to start to work harder. Okay, so the first few lessons they may struggle. When they ask you what do you see, got plant, okay, so they struggle. What else do you want from me, right?
Right.
So as they learn that, actually there's a lot of things they thought is irrelevant, is actually relevant because these are the details. Then they start sharing, and then they gain confidence.
Oh.
Right? So this is very important for learning. When a child has confidence, they learn better. When they are unsure, they actually learn less. In what way? First, they stop asking questions because they don't know, They don't want people to know they don't know, so they don't ask questions, right?
Right.
Secondly, they stop venturing answer because they got no confidence. When you don't give an answer and then you don't find out that, this answer is wrong, you won't move on. So if you are forever stuck at not being able to say, then you cannot progress to the next step.
Right.
Right? So if you say that, I see nothing already, then you don't even dare to say you see nothing.
Yeah.
Then how can I help you to push further, right? So if you say, I see nothing already, then I can help you. Say, okay, there's obviously something here, right? And you already mentioned the plant and the pot. Okay, is there anything else you can tell me? But if you didn't say you see nothing already, I would say, hey, can you tell me? Yeah.
Right.
There's no way to continue that process.
It seems to me it's like it also helps to improve communications, right?
Yes.
Because when the children now see that they already have answered enough, and that's where they want to they will respond instead of just keeping quiet.
Correct. Yes. So they have the courage and the confidence to say that I think I finished everything. I've already covered everything.
Right.
So they have that confidence to say it. And then of course, if they are right, they are right. If they are not right, then they will learn more.
Right.
Right? They will learn that, there's more.
So this also help them to continue to learn instead of just stopping there as I don't know.
Yes, that's the important part. Yes.
Right. This seems like a very good program.
Thank you.
All right. So maybe we can share a little bit more about how can we help parents out there who face the same problem that their children always say, I don't know. Maybe you can give them a little bit of tips. How can they handle their kids with this question?
Okay, so if you ask a child, what did you do in school today? And they say, I don't know. All right?
Right.
That's usually quite common because they're either too lazy to answer you or they cannot remember or they said so many things happen, how to tell you.
Right.
So I just give you an easy answer, I don't know.
Right.
Okay, so one way you can handle this would, of course, to be more specific with your questions.
Be more specific with the questions.
Yes. So for a parent, if you say, what happened in school today, it's very big. You can ask, what did you all have for snack in school today? That's very specific, right? So if you ask that question and you say, today we had noodles. Then, okay, you have an answer and the child managed to give you information. So that establishes a good communication habit.
Right. Seems
Right?
like I need to come to your class too.
Yeah. So that way, when you hear I don't know, you don't. Some parents will react with anger, like, okay, you don't know. You do so many things in school. You can't tell me anything you do.
That's
right?
my response.
Yeah. We need to understand also this concept of the executive function and working memory, right? When the thing is too big, they can't wrap their mind around it. If you're talking about preschoolers, that is really true because their executive functions are not fully developed at that age yet. So brain mastery helps them to practice some of these things by expanding their thought process and by expanding their perceptions. When look beyond what you see here, look at the obvious, less obvious, and the hidden. Like the no soil is a hidden thing, right? So if the photo is taken in such a way that you can see there's no soil, then you say, oh, there's no soil, right? So you train yourself to look for things that are less obvious and hidden. Then when the parents ask you, hey, what did you do? You say, I don't know. And then the parents try to drill down to more specific. Oh, I thought you had Chinese today. They say, oh, yes. The teacher taught us a new song, something like that. So then it helps the child also to recall.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that will help the parents out there with some ideas how you can communicate better with your children. I think this is more like a behavioral things that we need to go through, continue practice
Yes,
in order
correct.
to really develop this kind of thinking process.
It's both a mindset and behavioral habits, I would say, or communication habit. Some people communicate well naturally. Some people don't. Those so-called quiet and shy type of people, right? But it does not mean that if they are quiet and shy, they have nothing to share. It just means that you need to ask the right questions to get them to share. And it doesn't mean that they are not curious. It's just that they are too shy or lack the confidence to ask the question. So you have to provide an environment where it is open enough for them to venture asking that question and not to say, like that also you don't know, then that's a problem for the parents and child communication. So that kind of a problem can be easily eliminated by developing good communication habits, avoiding unnecessary criticism, okay, and avoiding generalization, so that you help them to become more clear, have more clarity in their thinking process, especially at a younger age. That is very important. Yeah, even adults struggle with very open-ended questions.
Correct.
Yeah, so this kind of habits not only benefit them as a child, not only benefits them in school, but it will also benefit them even when they go out and work.
Right.
To communicate better.
Definitely, because this, like when the kids are between 4 to 12 is a time of development, right?
Yes.
So I think one last questions, parents might be thinking, my child is just 4 years old. Should I actually send them for this kind of enrichment class? Is it too early?
Okay. So yes, that's a very common question because a lot of parents imagine that this kind of higher function exercises may not be suitable for the younger children.
Right.
Okay. So if you are thinking about brain development and brain exercises that you see very common out there for the adults, like using riddles and challenges and puzzles, too difficult for the kids.
Right.
Like just now I asked you the riddle, right? A preschool may not even understand, never learn maths and all that. So they won't be able to answer.
Right.
But you'll be surprised. You ask the preschooler, because he hasn't learned maths before, he will zoom in on what he knows and ask you, teacher, what is half a whole?
Oh.
Because he don't know maths, ma.
Right.
So he said, what is half a whole? Right? You don't know.
Right.
then straight away your reader is broken already. So don't be surprised that things that you consider very difficult is solved with what you call ignorance.
Right.
They can solve certain things, right? So by luck. So in order for them to develop their brain, we need to help them to be able to think through the issues. So let's say, for example, a young child coming, they are not going to be stressed. That, I don't know this, I can't do that, I cannot attain to this. Then we don't have that kind of academic levels, okay? But we encourage the children to express to their full capability. Like what you explained about the potted plant earlier,
Right.
because you're an adult, you're able to talk about the dimensions, you're able to talk about the color, but you didn't talk about the weight, you talk about the height, the circumference. Yeah?
There's a lot more.
Yes, so there's a lot of things to talk about. But a younger child may only have certain knowledge,
Right.
and they will talk fewer items than you. They'll mention fewer items than you do. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you are smarter than them.
Right.
Okay, it's because of the exposure that you have. But that process of trying to dig deep is fun, ma. It's not. There's no right or wrong, ma. You know, I say it's a big plant, you say it's a small plant, I say it's a medium-sized plant. Everybody is right in a sense, depending on the context.
Correct.
Okay?
Individual perspective.
Yeah,
Right.
so we encourage them to come up with it. So in the brain mastery class, that's what happens. There's a lot of exploration. There's a lot of discovery. And that process of discovery is the most powerful learning a child can have. Okay, so you go for any program that teaches you specific skills. There is still discovery, but it's limited within the scope of what they are learning. In brain mastery, the discovery, in a sense, you can say is unlimited, because I didn't constrain you within that context. I encourage you to explore different perspectives. So in the nursery class, in the kindergarten class, in the primary school class, we do have some adult work. Okay, you'll be surprised. Some of the exercises, they all give almost the same type of answers and the same answers even, despite the different levels. Because this is not about mathematics or science, right or wrong. It's about how you think, what you think, and how you want to express it. And usually, humans have more in common than we believe, right?
Okay.
So parents don't have to be worried about sending your child to a very challenging or difficult program to do the brain exercises, and they are very stressed. It's a very fun environment, like what you see Eric looking at the pot, hee hee ha ha, right? So whether they get the answers or they don't get the answers, whether they learn from their peers or they are the ones who discover it themselves, this is an entire learning process that takes place during the class. And this process continues even when they're outside. Because we have feedback from parents that, the children go out, they do very interesting things, they ask very interesting questions. Then they realize that when they read our reports, because we have very comprehensive reports for every class.
We do provide reports.
Yeah, we provide that report for every class to the parents. They realize when they read the report that, that was what they did in class. That's why the child is able to make certain comments or make certain observations, because they have done similar type exercises in class. And then in real life, they will ask, what is this? I think this looks like a tomato. Then they will say, that one looks like carrot. So they're like, okay. So even simple things like eating a meal could be a learning process. Yeah, doesn't mean all in color means it's carrot, right? Or it's potato, or it's what. It could be some other vegetable.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So what are the common feedbacks from the children then? That we have parents saying that it's good. What about the kids?
Okay. So we have a child.
Yeah.
with us all the way from K1 to about P3. Okay, when she was in K2, she actually wrote us a testimony, handwritten with drawing lah. Say that Tuesday is my favorite day because it's a brain mastery day.
Right.
I love brain mastery. So she wrote and then she draw and then she gave us the paper.
Wow, that's very warm.
So we of course frame it up lah. So those are just some examples from the kids lah. Okay. If you don't mind, I share one very impactful story or case study lah.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a boy came to our program. This boy was actually asked to leave his preschool because the teachers deemed him too disruptive. Okay, cannot make it, not normal. So he was sent to our kindergarten, and that kindergarten happened to have our offer our brain mastery program.
Right.
So of course, obviously, the mother would be very distraught lah, right? The child asked to leave because it's not normal.
Yeah.
So she spoke to the school and said, how can they help? So the administrator was very enthusiastic. Oh, got issue with the brain. Want the brain to be better? Go for brain mastery. So we're like, okay. Not quite the way we were put it, but
Right.
well, he came. So this boy, when he came for the first lesson, he conducted the entire lesson looking at the floor.
Oh, okay.
For the first few lessons, in fact, the whole term. Now, we noticed as the lesson progressed, towards the end of the lesson, he is able to at least look up and give one or two answers.
Oh, that's great.
But the next week when he come, he look down again. So all the good that was done during the lesson is wiped out because there are things happening in his life.
Right.
All right. So we encourage him to join our camp because the camp is an intensive camp, right? So he came for the 3-day camp. First day he came, same looking down. We pushed him and we challenged him, okay, almost to the point of tears. So at the end, or the part, what do you see? I don't know. Can you tell me? Cannot be. You don't know. You must have seen something. Just tell me. So we pushed, and he came. He went home. The mother called us.
Yeah. Oh.
This one serious.
Serious.
What did you do to my son?
Oh no.
So we're like, what happened? He says he don't want to go to the kindergarten anymore. He wants to come to Teacher Vivian and Teacher Ying's class only. So we were like, wow, okay. So the next day when he came for the class, no more looking at the floor already. He was very excited to come.
Oh.
So this child had a transformation.
Right.
Because he suddenly realized that what he said matters.
Oh.
What he said matters. So he began to gain confidence to say, even if it's not right or he doesn't quite understand, he ventures. So he was with us all the way from the kindergarten until primary 4.
Oh.
Okay? So, of course, when you're reaching primary 3, primary 4, there's a lot of CCA. So some parents find it difficult to juggle the time. So he had to stop because of that. But you see, from looking at the ground to primary 1, student of the year, then primary 2 going for storytelling competition, So we can really see a transformation in the boy. Okay, because of the type of training that we give, which is very holistic in terms of the brain development.
Right. Wow, that is a very touching story. Thank you. All right. So thank you, parents, for checking out this podcast. And if you want to find out more, you can check out the details below on Brain Mastery at Brain Expansion. Thank you, Kevin, for today's sessions.
Yep, thank you.
And thank you, everyone.